Coach, we'll just start with your opening statement from the game, and then we'll open it up for questions after that.
When you come into a game like this, playing against a team like North Dakota that is, tops in the conference, 2 plays away from being, quite frankly, 9-0, you can't make the mistakes that we made in this game. Our kids were fighting and never gave up, but it was too many mistakes that we made throughout this football game. Santiago he's a great running back, and understanding you got to make the guy go inside. He don't want to run inside, and we let him too many times escape outside, on the defensive side of the ball. And offensively, you can't turn the ball over. You got to take advantage of opportunities you get when you get them. So too many mistakes, man. This is the bottom line, too many mistakes in this game when you're playing a team like North Dakota.
Ernest, I know their defense it is what it is, and it's good, but 6 rushing yards, that has to be a total shock to you.
Well, you don't want to. That's what they do. They held Weber State to 12, and so that's their number one thing, and we knew that, and if you look at the game, you still, got opportunities going into halftime, whether they hold you to 6 rushing yards or not, you still got opportunity going to halftime, either go up or tie the game. Then you come in the second half and you get the same opportunity to go up, tie it up, whatever the case may be, or to get the 8 points that we need, what you're trying to get, and we make a mistake and throw the ball, in the end zone for a pick. So yeah, their defense is good. That wasn't a surprise that they were going to key in on the run. They've done that to several teams. So the bottom line is you take what you can get, and we were being able to get the ball down the field some, and we missed some throws, we dropped some passes, all kinds of stuff like that. So it boils down to, if we do what we got to do, we're sitting here, we got 6 yards, but, we got 24 points and they got 23, it don't matter.
At 20-7, I thought you still had a legitimate chance, with a good possession there. And I think that possession may have ended with interception. But either way, at 20-7, did you feel like you still were, take away a mistake here and there, that you still weren't playing, as bad as maybe as 27 kind of looks?
I felt like we were in this game, Sam, up until the point it started getting dicey when you don't make the 2-point play to go up 8. That's the thing about coaching this game, and I've been doing it for 21 years. I've been in a game where I was down 44-28 with 3 minutes left to go in the game, and you end up winning. And so my mentality is I'm never out of it until it's done. And so even when we scored a point, we don't get the 2-point play. My mindset was get the onside kick, go down, whatever we got to get one first, whichever one is first, whether it be the field goal or the touchdown, just get it. Get whichever one you got to get first, go down and get another onside kick. It's probably 1% chance or whatever the case may be, but that's my mindset. I'm still going to go after the game with all my heart until I know that I can't get any more.
On the one interception, did it look like to you that John rushed it? He was kind of happy feet in the pocket. I think he was the one that, on the goal line.
Oh, Kyle, you're talking about Kyle.
Kyle, I'm sorry. Did he rush that pass?
You know what? I don't know because I haven't asked the kid about it. It's kind of one of those deals when it happens. You let out your scream of frustration, and then you kind of just let it be because he has to focus on what's next. We'll get a chance to ask him about it tomorrow. We'll get a chance to look at it and see. I just looked up, and I didn't see anything but white shirts, over there. So I don't really know what he saw or what he was seeing. But we'll find out tomorrow.
What do you think they took much of your passing game away from you?
No. We just, like I said, we dropped some plays, some passes today, and we missed some throws today, that we didn't miss last week, to be quite honest with you. And so it's just one of those deals, man. When you study, you're constantly trying to figure out, what's best. What does a young man do best? And, we missed some. It's just that simple.
What, other than the fact they're a good defense, was it just your non-execution that's the difference between 13 points this week and
mistakes, man?
3 times that last week?
Missed opportunities. We talk about it all the time. It is about execution. And then when you do execute, it all falls into that because either we're not getting the ball where it needs to be, or we're not catching the ball when we need to do. So it just boils down to execution. It's not about quit or none of that crap. It's all about executing the play when it has to be executed.
Is it fair to say this bunch is still trying to get that last step to get over the hump?
Oh, of course. And you're doing that regardless. Regardless of whether you're at the bottom or at the top, you are still trying to get better every time you step out on the football field. And so that's going to be the mindset. When we get it turned around and we're sitting at, 9-0 and all that, it's still going to be the same thing. I'm coming here and it's going to be the same story for me. We got to get better next week if we want to do what we're trying to do.
Is Rick day-to-day?
Basically, yeah, that's what he was all week. We thought he was going to be able to go, but, he wasn't able to. And I know that kid, if he can't go, he can't go, type of deal. So, when you got a young man that runs as hard as he does and he gives everything he has on every play, he's gonna get banged up.
Keep possessions alive, which makes a big difference. And I think you can see that today. And let's go back for a half a second and talk about Santiago. Ernest, your defensive guy, said that, a lot of that is pretty much him breaking tackles. He's got a second gear, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, he's explosive. And the kid, you look at the books and he says he weighs 185 pounds or 180 pounds, whatever it is, but the kid is strong. And you know it on tape, and the execution part comes into play. We know that he is a bounce-it-outside kind of guy.
Yeah, and he kind of gives you that little dip inside and kind of dekes you a little bit.
And that's where the discipline of the game has to come in. When you know what a kid wants to do, let him give you the dink, because he ain't going in there. And you know where all your help is. All your help's on the inside. And, so that's still the process, the maturation of this football team, of getting them to understand that in order to beat teams again like this, you have to be disciplined. You have to understand the game plan and stick with it. I don't care if he's dinking you inside. Okay, let him go in there. He's not comfortable in there. He wants to use his speed, because every time he runs, he hits it to the outside, whether he gets through the line, but he's going to get to the outside so he can try to outrun you to the sideline. So, those are things you continue to work on, with young men, and eventually it comes to fruition, and they're playing sound, solid defense.
Was any change of plans or discussion of change of attack at halftime?
No, because at halftime there was what I told our coaches at halftime. It was simply this. Defensively, it's not rocket science. We got to tackle the guy. That was the calls were not bad. We got the guy in the backfield for tackle for a loss 2 or 3 times, and he makes us miss, and he gets out. It's about tackling. You got to take the proper angle of tackle and go tackle the guy. And offensively, we missed. Like I said, the interception before halftime. How many balls you seen Stephen Miller drop this year? It don't happen, and it happened. And Alex dropped a couple, and so. Like I said, when you're playing against a team like this, those type of mistakes will hurt you.
You get 2 left, and they're against 2 teams that, from where I'm sitting, are probably every bit as good as the one you saw today. Do you, and you may have not really sat and talked to your kids yet, you anticipate this bunch stepping up and punching back with 2 left? I think you say there's no quit in them, and you didn't see any of that today, even in the last 6 minutes. Does this team need to step up and punch somebody in the mouth to make these next 2 weeks, count?
I fully expect that, man. You don't. I said this upstairs with Troy because he asked a similar question or something similar to that. But you don't play this game and you don't come out week to week and try to kick somebody's ass. Excuse my language. You don't do that. My first year 1. When we're 0-10 and we go play Portland, we came out with everything we had to try to win that football game. It's like I told our guys at halftime. Okay, there might be a 5% chance, but as long as I don't care what it is. There's 2 things at stake here. There's a chance for us to better ourselves from last year. That's one. The other one is there have been 7-4 teams that got in before, and the last 2 teams we play are ranked. So you got 2 opponents that are still ranked that you still can go out and win and hope for the best. But the bottom line is you still got a chance to get better than you were last year.
All righty. Thanks. I appreciate it.